Nestled in the heart of the South Pacific Ocean lies the Solomon Islands, a breathtaking archipelago nation known for its rich cultural heritage, stunning natural beauty, and warm, welcoming people. The country is spread over an exclusive economic zone of 1,340,000 squared kilometers and comprising 997 islands with around 720,900 people. The majority of the population are Melanesian, with smaller Polynesian and Micronesian communities adding to the unique tapestry of Solomon Islands' way of life. The country faces numerous challenges due to its diversity, and the government is tackling it through its 20-year National Development Strategy 2016 to 2035.
The Solomon Islands faces multiple and interconnected challenges across the three pillars of sustainable development. Nevertheless, we remain committed to the 2030 agenda and in eradicating poverty. We recognize that Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, are fundamental to our development and growth. And by design, we have embedded the SDGs in our National Development Strategy, NDS 2016 to 2035. The integration of the SDGs into our NDS ensures a holistic approach that tackles poverty while addressing climate change, promoting food security, and strengthening our institutions. By investing in sustainable agriculture and renewable energy, we are building resilience and creating new economic opportunities. We are also fostering peace and justice through community dialogue and strengthening our justice system. However, we cannot achieve this alone. Strong, meaningful, and effective partnerships, as enshrined in SDG 17, are crucial. We are working closely with our development partners to access resources and expertise. Together, we can deliver innovative solutions that leave no one behind. Addressing the SDGs is a collective effort, and Solomon Islands is determined to play its part in building a more sustainable and prosperous future for all. This video highlights the progress and challenges related to SDGs 1, 2, 13, 16, and 17, which are the primary focus of this year's VNR reporting.
Challenges in poverty alleviation remain in Solomon Islands, where over 80% of people live in rural areas. Due to the geographical remoteness of the islands, the benefits of development have not fully reached these communities. Consequently, 12.7% of Solomon Islanders live below the basic needs poverty line. However, addressing poverty and basic needs is a fundamental aspect of sustainable development in the Solomon Islands. The government's efforts to ensure basic needs are met and alleviate poverty have been crucial for our communities. These are through improved access to education, health facilities, infrastructure, clean water, housing, and agriculture.
For the past 2 years, we have been working on shaping new perspectives and perceptions. Although this is an intangible aspect, it enables our people to envision the future from the current position. This helps them achieve sustainability in their farming practices and create future opportunities within their agricultural activities.
Apart from ensuring basic needs, the government also focuses on policies aimed at empowering women, youth, persons with disabilities, and other vulnerable groups. The San Isidro Care Center is a school for the deaf and was established in 2008. It teaches deaf and students with hearing loss vocational training and life skills, as well as sign language.
The driving force behind efforts to educate and serve the need of deaf and hearing impaired individuals is often rooted in principles of equality, inclusion, and social justice.
I will help my family with the knowledge and the skills I have learned from this center. For example, I will teach my family sign language assist with gardening and carpentry, and share basic life skills and knowledge.
However, we need more targeted social protection measures to support the most vulnerable among us. Various programs have been developed to support small rural business development and income generation.
The local economy in Wagina has flourished with the money earned from seaweed, which has been the main source of income from 2022 to the present.
Re-establishing buying centres for the Commodities Export Market Authority's revitalisation, providing training to rural farmers and producer groups, and enhancing the capability of rural research centres. The Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources, with support from the Government of New Zealand, have completed a tilapia hatchery, which is set to ease inshore fishing activities and boost food security for Solomon Islands.
So basically,
the aim here is for food security, to help with the current fish stock we have in the ocean, as we want to engage in aquaculture farming moving forward.
Go into aquaculture farming this time.
Communities around the country are also supporting themselves to access value-adding and downstream processing opportunities.
We conducted training sessions with cocoa farmers and now purchase beans directly from their farms. As a result, the farmers prefer to work with us. One farmer mentioned that they can now afford school fees, uniforms and food. This additional income has significantly improved their livelihoods.
Climate change is the single greatest threat to achieving sustainable development and security in Solomon Islands. It affects all economic and social sectors, and the cost of adaptation is disproportionately high relative to gross domestic product. Despite these challenges, the country is also taking actions to combat climate change and its impacts head-on.
For a highly vulnerable country and least developed country, it must be appreciated that climate action, whether it be adaptation or mitigation, cannot be done in isolation of development, and neither can development be planned and implemented in isolation of climate change. Consequently, the dichotomy in terms of climate change and development finance is only good for climate change negotiation. It is improper and neglects the nexus between development needs and climate action needs and their intricate connectivity in space and time. For example, the Tina hydropower project represents a key milestone in Solomon Islands' goal of significantly reducing its reliance on imported fuel for energy needs. The need for affordable and reliable power is pivotal for economic development at the same time, and the need for Solomon Islands to demonstrate leadership in emission reduction, despite our minuscule emissions, also pertinent in the global efforts to rein in GHG emissions. As such, for Solomon Islands, will continue to address climate change and development in climate change.
We are a very small nation. We are very large developed nations who actually emit a lot of greenhouse gas. So for us, we are a small country. Despite that, the government is committed to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions. So the government is committed to reduce, they have set a target of 65,000 tons equivalent of carbon dioxide reduction on an annual basis. And Tina Hydro will achieve that. Tina Hydro will do 65,000 tons equivalent carbon dioxide emission reduction. So Tina Hydro is actually helping the government achieve the target set in the Paris Accord.
Carbon trading initiatives in the Solomon Islands are making significant strides in promoting environmental conservation while providing economic benefits to local communities. The Sirebe Tribal Carbon Project in Choiseul Province is a leading example. This project allows tribes to generate income by selling carbon credits. The Sirebe has managed to protect 806 hectares of rainforest.
Allocations from our carbon credit sales come in 4 quarters each year. If we were to distribute these sales all at once, it would not accommodate everyone. Therefore, We devised a benefit-sharing plan to help us disperse assistance to families effectively.
Since Sirebe became a protected area, we were given the opportunity to apply for a project. We applied for and received approval for a fishing project. With this project, we purchase a boat and engine for fishing. We then sell the fish at the market, which helps us generate income.
Our forest, our future, our life.
The Solomon Islands government remains committed to maintain national security, peace and stability.
We are making a commitment that the future RSIPF will be more diverse, more responsive and more capable of meeting the expectations of our nation.
Promoting transparency, accountability and integrity across all levels of society is crucial.
We continue to demand accountability of our leaders
and ensuring a prosperous future for all in the Solomon Islands.
This time,
we now have recent updates on crimes and established a good relationship with police officers and some community leaders.
Some of the community leaders that never stay.
There is a strong network in place with them. When police go to the zone to make arrests, they liaise with zone leaders in the community.
The Solomon Islands has focused on strengthening partnerships with key development partners to support the implementation of the National Development Strategy and the country's Sustainable Development Goals commitments. More recently, engagement with bilateral partners and multilateral organizations was notably strengthened.
The Solomon Islands is steadily progressing towards achieving its development goals, with significant improvements in health and education. However, progress is uneven, and we face challenges in achieving all SDGs and our national development plans due to limitations in our institutional capacity and effectiveness in managing the rapidly evolving development landscape. Population growth, socio-cultural and environmental challenges, and the dynamics of the global economic system also hinder our efforts. Our development challenges are intricately linked to climate change, making it imperative that we collaborate closely with development partners and multilateral organizations to leverage resources effectively and with ease to meet our mounting adaptation and mitigation needs. Together, we can overcome these obstacles and ensure a sustainable and prosperous future for the Solomon Islands.